Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Amanda with Life and DIY with Amanda. I'm excited to be here today with you. I have one fabulous project for you today. I'm so glad that you're here. Make sure that you do all the YouTubey things like, subscribe, comment, and share. You guys have been so amazing, and I'm so excited, and a definite hello to all my brand new subscribers. I'm so excited. I have got 700 new subscribers in the last 30 days, and this has just been an amazing ride, and I just wanted to make sure that I took the time to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. So let's get on to this DIY. So there's a quick shot of me, and I was showing you a Dollar Tree broom handle. So that's what this is here. And then I just got a drill bit and I am drilling holes into the side of this broomstick. And as you saw, I kind of went up and then kind of went down a little bit because I'm going to be angling branches into my broomstick here. So this is the other urn-like planter that I got from the Dollar General. They were buy one, get one free, so I definitely am excited to be able to use the second one. So I just put some floral foam on the bottom there and then some extra bags because, you know, we all have them, and stuffed them around the floral foam there. So I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This video was hard to record for many reasons, but for the main reason being that I just couldn't get the right angle to record something so big, because this ends up being about 5 feet tall, and it was really hard. And there's not a lot of space in my house to record something so big and so tall, and definitely was hard to figure out. So I hope that you just kind of muster through it and watch the process of this happen. I'm going to talk the whole time so that you get to hear how I did everything that I did here, because this project is amazing, affordable, and it's going to look awesome in your spooky decor. So right here, these picks right here are from the Dollar Tree. They come with super, super sturdy metal picks at the bottom, and they're glittery. So if you follow me on Instagram, you saw me post a picture of my arm with glitter all over it. And let me tell you, I had it everywhere. But I just took my wire cutters and I clipped about halfway up on my picks there, and I shoved them in the hole. And you got to make sure to make the faces while you're doing that, because it's, you know, a little difficult to get them in. But I didn't, because I didn't want the hole. You don't want the hole to be too big, otherwise you're going to have them flopping around. So I opted for a little bit smaller and just a little bit more elbow work to get them in. So I just kind of drilled and put some in, and drilled and put some in, until I was happy with the way that it came out. So now we're going to bust out. This is the black electrical tape from the Dollar Tree, and I am wrapping the broomstick with it. If you saw my floral video, you saw that I had wrapped the stems, like the stems in quotes, bamboo sticks in the electrical tape, and it kind of gave it that viney-like look. So I just went ahead and um, wrapped the whole broomstick, including the little arms, and I just kind of weaved the tape in and out until I felt it was sturdy. And let me tell you, this thing is the tree itself is super, super sturdy. So there's my son coming to talk to me, but I thought that I was going to be able to hot glue floral foam into the bottom of this, and this is where I was majorly wrong. So I was going to put some hot glue and then stuff around it like you saw outside, but I ended up having to take it out of there because it wasn't holding it. So I thought that this was going to work, and it just didn't. It was not sturdy enough. I needed to have something more. Even stuffing it wasn't good enough because I didn't want my tree to look wonky and crooked. I mean, not that wonky and crooked is wrong, but I definitely didn't want that to be the look here. So I came up with the tried and true gaps and crack filler. So I filled once I made sure that it was straight, I just used a level to make sure that it was straight, and then I took my gaps and cracks and I used it exactly for that, to fill up the gap of the hole. So while we were waiting for our gap filler to dry, I picked up these amazing velvet skeletons from the Dollar Tree. I happened to be so lucky that I walked into the Dollar Tree one morning and the store manager was like, "Hey, girl, I finally put this stuff out." Because, we're on a first name basis at the Dollar Tree. Got to make friends with the managers. They tell you when the stuff's going to come in. They'll pull stuff aside for you. I mean, I just appreciate her oh so much. But she said that she thought of me the whole time she was putting her wall together, and then I came walking through the door. So, um, I was able to grab, I think I snagged 3 of each of these because I don't care if I use them in this DIY project, if I use them in the next one. Like, they are gorgeous for $1.25. Velvet skeletons heads. I mean, just amazing. So, if you haven't figured out by now, I love a little moss. So, I thought that these little guys needed some moss. So, you have the smoothness of the velvet and then a smooth florally look of the moss here. If you don't want to add anything to your skeleton heads, don't add it. This was definitely my preference. I love everything to look a little dark cottage core. That's my look. I love the cottage core look, but I love it to be a little dark. If you haven't figured out by now, dark is one of my favorite things. My favorite color is black and this green actually. So I was so excited to find these 2 colors here. And I definitely wanted to add just a little something. I mean, I could have just put them they're going to sit on the bottom of the tree, going around the trunk. And I could have left them just the way that they were, but I decided that I wanted to give them a little bit extra. And I love the beautifulness of this moss. And this moss is from the Dollar Tree as well, guys. It is so gorgeous. They're reindeer moss and the different colors of green on that velvety, um, uh, kind of olive green. It just worked out so good. And then because this skeleton head was so dark, I mean, it's just an amazing color of black. Just beautiful. Black, black, black. So I definitely wanted to give him a little bit of accent, so that he'll stand out a little bit more than just kind of, if in the dark he would just kind of fade into the darkness. Or I do want to get one of those. They're little spotlights that you put in trees. I have them in my Amazon wish list, and I definitely want to get one of those so that it shines up on the tree and kind of illuminates the area. You can always use a Dollar Tree puck light for that as well. You could put string lights on this tree, but yes, most definitely. You do you when it comes to this part. You don't have to put the skulls on the bottom. You could just put moss around the bottom, or you could just put a creepy cloth around the bottom. Whatever makes you happy. Like, you do this in your way, and I'll do it in mine, and I'm sure we'll meet somewhere in the middle. So I'm just applying some more moss to him, and then these were in, so they had these packages last year around Christmas time, or maybe even the year before, where they had these little like woodsy pieces inside of them. There was a couple acorns, some little pine cones, these little mushroom cap looking things, when you see on the side of a tree in the forest. So that's what that is. Still from the Dollar Tree. They come around this time of year, closer to Christmas, I want to say. But still, you can find moss like this at any craft store, Michael's, Joann's, Amazon. So I just, played around with them until I was content with how they turned out. And I wanted to leave, um, just have that extra element of nature in this, in my skulls. Because, I mean, gosh, tell me what you think of these skulls. They are so gorgeous. And if you love them, I am sending all the good vibes into the world that you find them, because they are awesome. My store just put them out on Wednesday, and today is Saturday. So, um, yeah. So you can see I still have glitter all over my arms for my project here. And I continued to find glitter for like the next couple days. You know how glitter goes. If you're not a glitter person, you can also get those branches from the Dollar Tree like I used on the tree, and then spray paint them. And let me tell you, as I worked on this project and looked at them and looked at them and looked at them, all I wanted to do was spray paint them black. That's all I wanted to do. My husband seems to like them in the multicolors, but I still haven't decided. I might take it outside. I'd have to take everything off of it, but I might take it outside and spray it with a matte black, because then you're getting my dark, spooky, my look that I love to go for. So I have glitter everywhere. I have moss everywhere. It is a good day in the neighborhood. I love to do all the fun stuff here and make a mess. Everybody's always asking me, like, how do you clean that up? I have a little tabletop vacuum. I just use my regular vacuum in my kitchen on my floor. It's not that bad, but it just adds that little extra that these little pieces need. So I left that on there because I put it on. I didn't like it. I took it off, and I think it just still, this is all the look of the dark cottage core that I was going for, and I just love it. I think that moss. Tell me down below in the comments if you love moss as much as I do. I just think that it elevates projects, and it's kind of one of those craft supplies that people just don't think to use as often as you can. Um, yes, it's super good here. So I'm just about to finish my little skull up here, and then we're going to get back onto the tree. And like I said, it's a little rough. You have to just bear with me because the end project is so worth it. I want to say I used 3 of each color. So we have the orange, the purple, and the black. So that's 9. And then I went back and got 2 more black and 2 more orange, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I want to say there's 13 branches on there. So I have 13 branches. I have the broomstick itself, and I have, let's see, I'm adding this up for you so I could tell you how much this cost me. The 2 skull heads, the other thing you're going to see, and that. So this tree cost me about $23 to make, and there is nowhere in the world that you're ever going to be able to find one for $23. So our gaps and cracks is nice and full. If you want, you can go ahead and paint that black so it melds in. If you don't want this to be permanent and you want it um, to be able to reuse the base again for something else, because I also have to think about storage here now because I made it more of a permanent piece. But you could just figure out a way to stuff your stuff in there. You could do like a coffee can, and you could put cement in that and actually adhere the broomstick handle into the coffee cup. You could even do that with gaps and cracks and then set it into a bigger container. That's a brilliant idea. I should have done that, but now you know that you could do that too. That hand right there, those are the new skeleton hands from the Dollar Tree. They are chef's kiss, phenomenal. They are heavy, they are beautiful, and for $1.25, you just can't beat it. So when I was first doing this, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to put Sir Bats a lot on there, and I hung 2 on them, and I was going to call it good. And then I decided it wasn't enough because I always have to take things, a few steps further. And from me playing with the branches, the glitter came off the bottom parts, so it just looked like orange plastic, which again is another reason why I want to maybe take this out and spray paint it. But I'm going to leave it out for a while and see how it sits. But shocker of the year here, we are going to moss the tree. So it's going to help hide a little bit of the areas where some of the glitter came off. It's going to give the broom handle some more camouflaging. But again, the electrical tape gives it that real viney, barky, rustic look. And so which is a million times better than just the metal, handle itself. So I just went along and I just put moss, and I used 3 different mosses, all from the Dollar Tree. So that first pack that I was talking about with the woodsy stuff in it, like the pine cones and whatnot, I used reindeer moss, and I also used Spanish moss because I really wanted to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. You know how I love my layers of depth and dimension and texture. I'm a big person on texture when it comes to projects. And so I just went ahead, and this is the Spanish moss. So the Spanish moss is the dark one that's browner. Then the reindeer moss is that real fluffy, light colored moss. And then the the mixed bag is the darker green. So definitely super cool. I've also seen at Joann's and Michael's, they have colored moss. That would be so cute to do on a project like this if you're really into like the colors of Halloween. It would be adorable to put like some purple moss up there with a little bit of the green, and then they have um, blue, and they have like a lime green, and you could totally do that. It would be so cute. So you can just see me in the background shifting my bags of moss as I go through here. And I just went up and down. I didn't record the whole thing because you guys would have been sitting here forever watching this happen. But I put moss, over a good chunk of the base of our tree here, and I went up the branches to cover some of those areas and to make it give it, that elusive, like, the moss was growing up the tree and the branches and whatnot. So I think that our $25 tree came out so good, and I would love for you guys to recreate it and tag me on Instagram because I would just love to see it. I haven't seen anybody make this tree yet. I'm not the first person to think of using the broomstick from the Dollar Tree in making some kind of a tree, but um, I haven't seen anyone use these amazing branches to do it. So I just love it. And so here's some more of those little woodsy pieces from the packages. Just kind of look like it has little mushrooms coming out of it. And suggestion is, and this hot glue adheres so amazing to the electrical tape. And so it makes it real easy to stick on there. So this is a package of the spider webbing from the Dollar Tree. And if you guys have watched any of my videos for Halloween, you know how I just loathe the spider web stuff. It just doesn't listen. I'm talking to it here, and it's like, can you just hang right? That would be so nice. But they had it in black, which I thought was awesome. And I wanted to give it that, when you're in the bayou and you see the moss on the trees, and then the moss almost makes like those spider web looking things, and then plus there's spider webs. Like, this is it. This was the cherry on top for me. Originally, I thought I was going to decorate it and put like ornaments on it, stuff like this, but I think that this just came out awesome. My little spooky tree with my little blowing, and it's cool because in the video you could see them kind of moving around because the fan's in the background, and somebody walks by and it blows air. And yeah, I don't want to toot my own horn, but this is good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it and if you're willing to recreate it. But here it is in all its glory. I didn't have the best place in the world to take a picture of this because, like I said, 5 feet tall, and my house is teeny tiny, and I already have stuff everywhere. So here we go. I think it looks so cute, and I hope that you guys love it too, and I will see you in the next one.